man who used to investigate murders is now in jail accused of killing his wife. John Byrd worked for the Maricopa County Attorney's Office and was known for his work on domestic violence cases.
The murder of Elizabeth Byrd has left their 3 young children parentless, and now for the first time her family and best friend are sharing what happened that day and how they're trying to move forward to honor her memory. They sat down exclusively with true crime correspondent Brianna Whitney.
This is our high school yearbook, our senior high school yearbook.
From 1999.
1999, yep.
Preserved in these pages,
This is what she wrote to me our senior year.
was the start of a lifelong friendship.
That was when we graduated.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and look how young we are. Just etched in every little moment of my life, there was Liz.
Now in her 40s, Kim Moody took every life step with Elizabeth Byrd by her side.
You know, college, and then getting married, and then having kids, and then sharing motherhood together. It was really special. She gave everyone the best of her, and I don't know how you do that, but she did.
Kim was there when Liz met the love of her life at the University of Arizona, John Byrd.
What was your perception of John?
So when Liz met John, I think she knew she was going to marry him. Like, she knew she loved him, he loved her.
John was a detective with the Maricopa County Attorney's Office, specializing in domestic violence. Liz took care of their 3 young kids and worked part-time teaching fitness classes in and around the Mesa area. July 31st, Liz and Kim were supposed to go to their fitness class together.
But she didn't text that morning, and so I was texting her a few times, and I'm just like, something just felt wrong.
Kim got a hold of the Byrd's oldest son, who's 12. He told her both his mom and dad weren't home and their bedroom door was locked, leaving him, his now 9-year-old sister, and 4-year-old brother alone with no explanation.
So the moment I found out they were alone, I got in my car, and I'm like, I said, pack an overnight bag. I'm gonna come get you guys. We're gonna have a sleepover, because I didn't want to panic, but I knew something was wrong.
I imagine at some point you tried to contact John.
I did.
Did he answer?
Nope.
Liz's parents soon called police for a welfare check. Officers found Liz dead in the bedroom from strangulation. John was nowhere to be found.
Get to the kids. How are the kids? What are we going to do with the kids? How do we explain this to the kids? How quickly can we get to them, to hug them, to reassure them, to grieve with them?
Liz's older brother, Rob Petrich, was stunned by what they learned next. Officers tracked down John Byrd, who confessed to killing his wife during an argument. He told police he took a medical leave from work and was struggling with mental health issues, but told them in that moment, a switch just flipped.
At no point did Liz express to family or friends that she was worried for her safety. We just didn't see this coming.
More confusing to their family, John worked in law enforcement and was recently recognized for his work in domestic violence prevention.
Given John's career, makes all of this a lot more hard to handle. You know, you think hypocrite, you think was it all an act?
John Byrd was arrested for second-degree murder. He now sits in a jail cell, the same place he sent criminals to for years.
What does justice look like for you?
For me, justice means that my family gets answers.
In the meantime, it's left Liz's family and friends to pick up the pieces of a shattered life with even heavier shattered hearts, grappling with what was and what is now.
That's not the man I knew. And so that's hard because I've lost that too.
The world lost somebody who lived her life trying to make others' lives better. And that's heartbreaking. Liz would be telling us, take care of my babies. Make sure they're okay, make sure they laugh, make sure they know they're loved.
While Liz is gone, parts of her are not. Family and friends promise her children will always feel her love, seeing so much of Liz in the three of them.
She'll always be with them because the best of her is still living on through them.
All three kids are now being cared for by Liz's parents, brother, and other close family and friends who are stepping in to help. As of now, John Byrd's trial is set for late December, though that could get pushed into next year, 2025.
It's unbelievable because these kids were so young. They'd been together since college, and no one had any clues that something was not right. So you mentioned mental health being an issue. Could that bring up a possible insanity defense?
So they always look at mental health when it comes to a case like this, but in this case, in the police report, it actually says that John told the detectives, I knew what I did was wrong. I understood what I did was wrong. And that's the part there that makes it not able to be an insanity plea. If you're pleading insanity or you're trying to go for an insanity defense, you must not understand the actions that you did. The nature of your actions was wrong. And in this case, he specifically told the detectives, according to the police report, that he understood that. So I don't believe that there will be any insanity defense here at all, but we'll see how this plays out. Will it end in a plea deal? Will this go to trial? Obviously, it would be a very high profile trial if it goes to trial. But I do think this whole case is so tragic, and it does highlight the immense issue of mental health and domestic violence. And we do want people to know we have resources on our website, azfamily.com. If you click this story, we have a list of website resources for domestic violence prevention and mental health, because we know it's very serious.
And it seems like her family's doing everything possible for those three little
yeah.
kids.
Yeah, my heart hurts having to tell this story, but I have a lot of respect for these family members and friends who are picking up the pieces here and doing their very best to provide love for those kids.
Anything they can.
Yeah.
Brianna, thank